Okay, abusia be makwa ba sonko so edeba POG Media so. Abusia yembonra yensemu. John Dramani Mahama order the Re-Ǎřřěst of Ntim Fordjour abusia enye asam keto akra na Ntim Fordjour after say John Dramani Mahama instructed say yensa son Re-Ǎřřěst no abusia he is said to face 4 years jail term. Kevin Taylor ababontin true hot fire on NPP MPs and minorities MPs abusia oche say enka yo no ena ye president anka by now nka sa Ntim Fordjour no enka wademu abusia momi yanko na yanko ti ensema Kevin Ekobedu Taylor to the credit goes to a loud silence TV omo NHS edisa details we by na answer ne be kono owo and some can be a share comment section like na share my front so answer into me and can be POG Media political trending stories are make waves in the so yeah to see the
he has been stupid and foolish, They want to now add him to the lot. Afenoma Kinim say boy has foolishly misbehaved and that he needs to be penalized. Now you know what they are trying to do? They are trying to add him to the 87 pigs. Senior beya. Sa boni na wedino yentumi jail no. In this whole study conversation, their conversation is like he was part of us. He held a press conference in our name. They say he's part of the Defense and Interior Committee in Parliament. Now you are part of Defense and Interior Committee, right? Now Interior Committee now down, there's a chairman. There are ranking members. Where who be? Now what do you do as a member of a committee in Parliament? You call your chairman. You tell the chairman, Mr. Chairman, this is the evidence I have. This is what I have. I want this committee to look at this. Now, when the chairman of the committee, Yankas or NDC, on person will look at it, then you move it further. You can go to the security agencies and say, I'm part of parliamentary committee. I'm doing my oversight duty. This is the evidence I have. I've told my chairman that we should open investigations into it. My chairman is ignoring me. Now, as a citizen of Ghana who wants to protect this country, I want to give the evidence to that security agency you trust to open investigations into this. Now, you come out and you can make vague statements. Whilst in Parliament, say the committee you belong to, there's a chairman that you can pass on this information to. But because this 38-year-old boy, Nafonashisha said Abudiabano, he thought to say the Ablakwa based every single thing he said in Ghana on facts. Sam George based everything he said in Ghana in opposition on fact. This 38-year-old boy thought to say, and I know he believes the MPP voted Jimmy. They don't think, they don't ask questions, they follow anything that they hear. Until he knew, say, as a ranking member of a committee, I also the right, he knows the party, they are foolish. So he's going to use the party to become relevant. Ntim Fordjour knows he has committed a crime. God being good, I'm not a president. Long time. God knows why I am not a president. Say he is a member of parliament. Now we are a member of parliament. With Jimmy. You make laws, so you expect to be intelligent than Ghana and on street. That alone, you being a member of parliament and taking this decision without having evidence, it gives the security agency and the president to give an order for you to be arrested because you don't have the intelligence to sit in parliament. Into the argument to say, or a member of parliament, into when Krenema had the right to arrest him because he knows what is right. He makes laws. He is not a fool in the eyes of parliament. So deliberately doing this, let's say, so I don't know why we are wasting time on these twerps because all that they are doing is taking your mind away from nyoma pa abai we ye edi aboa emebunu edi aboa ematan edi aboa school for edi bie eye enwumam. This thing they are doing, at the end of the day, there is no sense in it now. Here, watch this. Time amoko in fear hono. The 38-year-old boy Ntim Fordjour, he did something Afenya makeka chen say we Jimmy ana. So what in constituency? Mete say nkofo be the constituency oma ye den, oma ye press conference. Akwe bi ne mama so hyen say bosom ba. Wakoto apetishi gallon mienu ama omo. E na wache 500 Ghana. Mo amote Asin South. O endo mu wura ne fie ho no. Akwa we di 38 years. 38 years. Goldfields, munko busa ne record ben ne man free Goldfields. 38 years plant a sini fie a yedum kania e power ne fie no e betu ama mo Asin South nyina adwetire mumu bi mo agimi immebunu mo ho kan mo agimi nti mo be press conference e dey protect a 38-year-old boy tin kan di jantrafo baby amote wo Asin South obedi mo so edwuma ba akompomu nya bi mo agimi omko ne fie on see.
We're engaging the over there. What has been the conversation? We are live on TV. We are live on TV. Nobody can cover anyone. Truth will stand. Thank you for your prayer. Thank you.
What is wrong with you?
We're engaging the over there. What has been the conversation? We are live on TV. We are live on TV. Nobody can cover anyone. Truth will stand. Thank you for your prayer. Thank you.
What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Yeah, but Chiwatum, where the bonnet? Yeah, you buga dia fem. He's just a kid. He's just 38 years. Oya kwara. Jimmy na shade mu until say tiano. Me say my lucky say enyame na me president. Wait, ko be hwia ni bini for 4 years and said we pia bontene. It's a kid. So corrupt. Also a reverend. Mumuzan say akwara na ko we na wanji. Jimmy we nam Ghana. Or putting the country in shame because of politics. Near Yanko 40 TV so. And Joy News, they have started some nonsense. Ghana for pay attention to that foolish cocaine media. Now, what they're doing now is, Asamoba, no my friend NPP ni, during their evening news, I'm a friend NPP ni, no my friend so-called analysts, security analysts, DND analysts, DND experts. And those people are all MPP people. No, they are joining MPP Nino. Yesterday, they were doing the same thing. And my team, they drew my attention. So what Joy News does, and they say, "Kwasia we are some na abano." What they do, and they say, "I'm a friend MPP nia." No, my friend, somebody called a security analyst, a security expert. MPP ni kikan kwasia sama chantrovia na expert ne so aba na obefo the MPP ni kan so. Now that is how the Jandam they are doing it. There's a government machinery that speaks on these issues, but you could see that deliberately. Joy News will not do that too. They will never bring a government spokesperson or a ministry spokesperson. What they will do is they say, "I'm for MPP ni, I'm not sure for MPP ni. No, the BBA transfer say your friend there, your friend no security experts, a DND experts, a DND analyst. All those people, 99% of them are MPP for. So they come and the conversation is one way. The agenda is that Yengu NDC Fuenimase follow Joy News pa. That's what they are doing." And you see, Ghana for, let me tell you people something. Sa issue, ignore it. Let's not spend time on it. The agencies, security agencies, they should do their job. So we need to focus on what the government is doing for us. Afenyo Markin was telling the 38-year-old boy, "What are you doing? Yenim so di bone bugani edi fem ba we Jimmy." And me say omomoka say this man is a member of parliament and he should know even better. He should know better. And so me, come here, president, I will issue a directive for him to be picked up. And my basis will be that he's a member of parliament who makes laws. He should know better than Kevin Taylor. It's way or a straight up jail bed. I will not even allow him to say we are writing to the speaker. This is a national security issue. And you are not supposed to go through any speaker of parliament. No. This is a national security issue. The president needs to give directive. This guy has to be picked up in his boxer shorts for him to give evidence to his statement. For a party senior communicator to come and sit there and say it is unfair to ask, say, I quantify evidence, Brano. Also, tell you, the nonsense they are doing is just to distract you. There's nothing. They have nothing. And the government of the day should make sure this Ntim Fordjour pays for his foolishness. He needs to be jailed. He needs to be prosecuted. He needs to face the law. We need to set examples. People like these, young men like these, 38-year-old young men like these, they are supposed to be used as scapegoats. We need to jail them. Because Sanka Ghana ni bi na betina Facebook, ekeka sansemu ya, anka ya kwachino jailino. Na kwasiawe ochengana ni ben. It is also a member of parliament there. Then it even gives us more reason to arrest him because he makes the laws, he knows the laws, and he knows that he's not supposed to do that. So why are we even wasting time? I'll say a long time. He needs to be jailed. He needs to be put in jail because way onimumrano. Kwame ngwa onam eye bantama onimumrano. Adwe cha onam eye kumewu onimumrano. Davia onam aunamemu onimumrano. But 38-year-old boy we onimumrano. So onimumrano na washada ebumrano so I will say a shada dini tum. There are no excuses here. The national security is not supposed to be soft on this foolish 38-year-old boy. Pick him up. Whoever wants to stand and say, or the body by shoulder, no, bullet him. Ghana na ya chichire. People know the laws. We are not supposed to allow these fools to be walking in Ghana in the name, say, they are hiding under the protection of parliament. Intende, obi a parliamentarian, odin kwasesema, yes, because of parliament. Put him in jail. We cannot allow some people to deliberately commit crimes. What this guy did was deliberate. He thought of it. He decided to malign the government. This is a national security issue. Even when he was given the opportunity to retract and apologize, he said he had evidence. So why are we entertaining this boy? He's just fucking 38-year-old boy. We need to punish him. We need to penalize this boy. I don't see this guy as a matured man. We need to jail him. Set an example. Send a obini parliamentar or who sadie we are obesunian. So this is the time we need young people in this country to rise up because we all need to protect our nation. We all need to protect the integrity of our country. We all need to make sure our security is intact. So if somebody wants to hide beneath a parliamentary immunity, nobody should be given that room to hide behind or beneath parliamentary immunity to discredit this nation, to put this nation at a point. So we all need to come together and make sure this guy, because the Akuffo more serious than say Oshemra into Onimumrano. Sa Defense and Interior Committee notice or a ranking member. Kwasia webejina parliament akase obie bumraso yenjelino. Kwasia 38-year-old boy bekase obie bumraso yenfa mranindino. He knows the procedure and process. He knows what he was supposed to do. He knows that the rules and regulations guiding ejuma oyeno. But he deliberately decided to malign a government and put the country on edge. So we need to make sure he pays for it because Ochina, when a young man ekotena TV so ekotena Facebook na obe make allegations akese eto o minuswa, are we going to arrest that young man? We need to use this 38-year-old boy to set example. Where Jimmy a natural. He needs to be arrested. Pick him up 2 a.m. I know where his girlfriend lives. Otakoda Tuesday bia. Pick him up. Pick him up in his boxer shorts. Throw him in jail. Let the people on the street see it. And now they'll be like, okay, member of parliament to crack transfer any action in the then you sanitize the system. Use this 38-year-old boy to send a message. Because if you don't jail this guy, if you don't prosecute this guy, there are more pigs who are ready to do what he did. And they are going to do more. And they are going to denigrate your government, Mr. President. Because Saoma, this fool walks you are going to get 1,000 pigs who are going to do the same. Do you know how it's going to affect this nation negatively? So we need to stop this. We need to petition the speaker. We need to make sure this 38-year-old boy is kicked out of parliament until he proves with enough evidence to convince a prosecutor. Till date, this piglet party, they have not been able to provide an iota of evidence. A single pint of evidence. They have not been able to put one grain of evidence on table. Say, evidence in here today, Richard Ahiagbe Ekache say, an allegation is evidence. Ye Jimmy. Now, the education minister has spoken.
Next year, you should identify 1 or 2 child schools for major infrastructure investment. So we expect that next year into your formula, you should have a dedicated formula that looks into expanded accommodation, expanded classroom infrastructure for a number of child schools so that you can increase your intake for purposes of supporting government to end the double track system. We expect that by end of year 2027, the double track system must be a thing of the past. And to those who think that we should heal double track system, and those who think it was only politically necessary because of inadequate infrastructure to support the noble dream of expanding access to secondary education. But the reduced contact hours between learners and teachers cannot be a desirable academic training model. It cannot be. And therefore, we all need to work together in order to reverse it.
So, Education Minister Kasa, PZ for my church, na bro for the Dawson. NDC are buying our Mokasa review free SHS. Near to Chrome ha, and a Muamu MPP. Ekachira mo say, Momana oma pele almost so egusu school, and Koranenya Krodo so. Yadin Kramedu and Eman Korani dino. NPP for Kachira say, John Mahama bar obecha free SHS. And the Manoka say, Yante say SS4 complete Ediane Boni BM. And I'm not say the NDC government and make sure say Enquarano double tracker ebiko green, red, blue no, and the education minister say almost starting working towards that. Yaka say working towards that. Please that for my minchim. And this ya buying at the nyoma air to kwemu ebini saying schools are MPP nkwasi affording to men see. E-blocks are Akuffo Bawumia Kennedy Japomo country educhumo a Jimmy for 8 years, almost Sibian Kahono. And the education minister, Harun Edris said, John Mahama said, from Ende, they are working towards eliminating the double track system. Ninyan say, double track, the Akuffo by Ninyan say, not schools na wohono, and Korane doors change schools are mubetinim. Yen NDC are buying John Mahama Tamils, JJ Rawlings, schools almost seen Ghana. Yen never pack of 4, Okoji Sikakoto chamber to Kum. Yeni Mekufuado, oko rente jet, ejari wo wiem, ede ni Bawumia, nkwasi asa obesaye, ene Kennedy, Jimmy omusube Jimmy ye. And the NDC are buying say, by 2027 ending, na double track obo tuasiye, meaning, almost 38 di wujuma. And you will see, say, there is this serious change in our infrastructure, education infrastructure, meaning, omo be BA school slim, be complete schools, you know, because the more you take care of infrastructure, accommodating Korano, now we eliminate double track system. Sa green, blue, yellow na eba, you know, it was because Educhum, Napo, Akuffo, Bawumia, Kennedy Japomo, sa MPP Nkwasiafo refused to build more schools. In the NDC for say 2027, not double track, no, a new ho, but they have started progressively. They are doing it slowly. Almost schools libi. They also see BM teachers Bangla they count. In the end of 2027, no, now a double track near year through on power bandway. Now Penkwasiafo. On power bandway. Now sa Penkwasiafo, yeah, they had nothing for you for the past 8 years. MPP fo Jimmy. Into uye sebio oba na wujina PZ. Na we say opa oba ye. Na we say sebio wasra wo ho. Na sebio wo de ye ene da wakoma so ene nkwase antoma na wototo a aban bi aba. Oba na MPP fo treaty ni se onye nipa ne de nkrama aduane ma no. Aban na aban de no ende akora bia ni odi nkrama aduane wo school. Sa also your ba na wo ti PZ wasra wo turu wasra wo nim ema ende krodo so ne nso ben ayew na wo se Kevin Taylor na obedi na tema ende aban bi aba adwene jantra wo kobo a obewo eni eye papa sa akora no aban bi aba ebehwe no sende wo ti PZ na se sebio your friend is saying na nso ben ene edien baba so ayew na se uhu senia o manenko onti manenko sebio jantra na ebia wo bo na ebia wawo beye enan oni kunu amohwe mo a ene aban bi aba se obebie school sinim sene beye a wo mana okogina yi ase ye de fanta baako ene club bia baako e de fa wo se otwen a ende oditi PZ ye MPP sem no aban bi aba se
Okay, abusunya we ne ensema ekoso ewo political highway so Reverend Ntim Fordjour his allegation on John Dramani Mahama on Ndubonia say or say NDC abino enimu bi ano ena o face consequences enye asamke to akra beda masasa moje pene kokoti sa odu no e de MI aha POG Media so beda masasa